guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the texturing of this particular wardrobe and the assets. So let's continue it. So before that, if you not understand the PBR materials, let me explain you what are PBR materials. So these are the PBR stands for physically based rendering, and that material describes the visual properties of a surface. So for example, if you are assigning any material for the PBR, like you get the different properties of a PBR, like you get a diffuse map, you get a rough height map, you get a roughness map, you get a normal map. So different maps have been assigned on different properties to get the details of that particular texture. So let's get started. So as you can see, we are going to assign one more texture for this pillow. Before that, I'll just take one texture. Let's go into the downloads and I'll just take the texture over here. I'll just set it as sort by type, and I have some fabric texture. Let's see, let's take any of the fabric texture first. So let me open this. So let's open any of the texture first. So let's take this and let's copy this. Let's go into this and we can just assign over there. So as you can see over here, let me explain you the things over here. So when you open the texture, you get all the properties of it. Can you see, this is a color map which is going to be in the diffuse map, displacement map, that is for the mesh part if you want to make it rough, same as normal map and the roughness map. So normal map can also be used in the same way. So whatever maps you are going to use over here, will be assigning that accordingly. So now again go over here, I'll just take some other over here. So we have some different fabrics. So let's take any of the fabrics over here. So let's again, I'll copy this, again I'll go over here. So there are multiple stuff over here, so you need to take care of it. Alright, so you get this texture, can you see this? Alright, so we can just assign it. So let's go into this. So select this, let's go into the material. So we'll go into the material editor when you want to assign such kind of texture over here. So open a material editor, let's take a V-Ray material, and into that V-Ray material, so let's go into the diffuse, that's a color, go into the bitmap, and we have that wardrobe texture, and I'll assign the color. So where is the color? This is a color. So let's assign a color map into this. After that, you can go into this and let's take a normal map, as I explained you, that is for the roughness. So we can just go over here and we have a property called V-Ray bump to normal. So we can just assign a bump to normal and let's connect it with a bump map. Go into this, again go into the bitmap, and let's take this texture. So once you have assigned it, you will get a roughness over here definitely. So let's go into this and let's assign a UVW map for fitting the texture correctly. So we can just fit the texture in the right way using this property. So I'll just delete this, again go over here assign it, again convert to poly, again duplicate it. Alright, so you can make multiple copies of it as needed. So now again go over here. For the purse we have this kind of a leather material. So first let's ungroup it, and I'll go into this downloads and again take a leather. Let's take this, go into this, take a new folder. I'm just creating the folders so we get an idea. Extract here. So again you get this PBR materials for it, you can see this. So let's again go into this. If you want to unwrap it, you can easily unwrap it. So let's again go over here, let's take a V-Ray material and bitmap and assign that. So let's go into this, let's take a albedo. So albedo is also color over here, that's a color map. As usual, let's take a bump to normal, connect it to the bump map, that's a roughness map, and again give a bitmap and assign that. So you can just select this and assign the texture. Alright, so you want to give a bit of reflection, so you can just go into the reflect and also make sure you just rename the materials, name it as leather. Again select this, go into the material and let's take again a V-Ray material, and you can just assign. So we have some if we have assigned some gold shader, we can just assign that, or we can just create that a new shader. So let's just give a black color, go into the reflections and we can assign some colors, and let's increase this and assign this over here. So you can just assign that, and for this we can I'll just go over here and name it as gold over here. So I've assigned a reflection with a color and reduce its glossiness and increase the IOR, and off the Fresnel reflections, you can off this Fresnel reflections. Alright, so let's again take a V-Ray material and I'll just assign a black color. For that, that's it. Alright, looks better now. So if you want to see, you can just render it once and see how it looks like. Okay, looks better. So you can just assign some values like this. Again select this, again go over here and let's take a wooden texture which we have assigned. So we can just assign the same texture for this. So if we have the doors open, we can just assign that. Okay, looks better now. Let's go into this. So we can take this polyester fabric, can take any of it. So let's just paste it extract here. Now you have some old polyester fabric over here. So let's select this one. Make sure it's not grouped over here. So go into the material. Same as usual, we can assign the V-Ray bitmap and go into that, and let's assign this old fabric in this way, and with it again go into the bump map, and let's again take a bitmap and assign this. That's it. All right. So let's give a UVW map, set it as a box, and so convert to poly. So we can assign the same material or same shader what we have assigned this over here. All right. So select this whole thing, select this all, so you can just delete it, and let's make some copies of it. All right. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So as you can see, there are few things left out which will be covering it up in the coming tutorial. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet, and keep watching my tutorials. So thanks for watching this tutorial.